Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to finally start my new series or show. What excited I am. But you are now watching the first episode of Winter Morning. So let's go and let's get started here. Well, hey, I really am so excited to get this started because I've been thinking about it so much. I've been doing different edits and stuff for this new series on my YouTube channel, and I feel like it is something different for me to do, but it's something exciting, and I hope y'all really enjoy it. And I want y'all to let me know. I know I always say it a lot to put things in the comments, but I do want to know if y'all enjoyed this first episode by watching it to the end. If y'all enjoyed it, 1 out of 10, however you want to tell me. Just tell me what you thought about it. What, if you thought it was pretty cool, if you think I should do some things different, just let me know there. But now I want to tell you basically what I'm going to do on this show or on this series of Winter Mornings. And it's basically just a talk show. And I'm going to just try to entertain y'all and kind of have a conversation with y'all about different things like my life. I'm going to do a Q&A. I'm going to have a guest and play a game with whoever it is. And then I'm going to have, for my last segment, I'm going to do on Winter Mornings, it's going to be called What's the Topic? And it's going to be about a different trending topic through the week or on that day. I'll talk about that a little bit. So right now, I want to jump into it. I'm going to stop talking so much about what it's going to be. I want to show you what it's going to be, what Winter Mornings is going to be. So let's jump right into it with my first segment called How's Life? All right, so for this first segment I'm doing on Winter Mornings called How's Life, as you can see behind me, I'm going to talk about a few things happening in my life, my daily life, through this past month of November. Just kind of update you if you don't know how my life has been. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing that kind of has been about my life the past month, and if you know me pretty closely, you know this, college football. I mean, it's been chaotic. A lot of things happen in the sport, and it's so exciting. And sadly, though, Georgia lost yesterday or 2 days ago on Saturday against Alabama. It was sad. Still losing. Still, yeah. Anyway. Another thing in my life is school. So if you don't know, I moved from the county I used to live in, and I'm living in a new county now, Henry County. And it's a new school. It's a new environment. So it's something different for me and something for me to adapt to. But I think it really is going to be something good in the end. So I just try to think positive about it more and try not to say so much negative about it and think about the negative a lot. But the third and last but not least thing that kind of has been about and in my life the past month is my YouTube channel. So if you've been keeping up with my YouTube channel, I've been doing this other series called Top 10, and I'm actually bringing y'all a new video for that next week. I can't wait for that. That's going to be cool, so check that out, just check it out, give it a like too. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of things, or not really a lot, but things that involve a lot over the past month, and college football isn't really one of them. It's just something I get to, I guess, be a part of and watch. But yeah, school has definitely been a big change in my life right now because of the new people and the new teachers and the new things. So it's definitely something to get used to for me. And I just want to tell you that if you've never switched schools before in like middle school or high school, it definitely is hard. Because when you've already formed that friend group of where I was, and it's hard to let that go, and especially with not just friends, but family, not getting to be close with them. I had a really close church family, and I had to just not really disconnect from that, but leave from that because now we're 2 hours away. So it is different. It is hard. It is a little sad, but I think that God has a better plan. So I just trust Him, and me, God, family, just go through this process, and hopefully it is going to be good in the end. But my YouTube channel, how that has kind of been big in the last month is because there's definitely been a big change in my channel, for me at least, because before I was looking at my analytics on YouTube Studio, and I noticed that all my views ever since I started doing top 10, my views have went up so much, by 20, I think. And I know, like, compared to like huge YouTubers, Mr. Beast, that is not anywhere close to comparison. But for me, starting a channel, it's a slow process, so it is kind of a big thing for me to see that. Not just views, but people watching my videos longer instead of just for like a minute and then log off or whatever and go watch something else. You guys are watching my videos for more than 4 minutes when they're like 9 minutes. So that's pretty cool for me. But I've really tried to put out more entertaining and more topics and content that y'all can relate to and that y'all actually would sit there and watch. So I've been trying to keep up with my YouTube channel, and that's also why I wanted to start this series, Winter Mornings, because I felt like it would bring more attention, but also it would entertain you guys more than just me doing some dumb thing or writing another song and just making this cheap-looking lyric video. I'll admit it, okay? I'll admit it. But yeah, so that's basically my life right now in the past month of November. And yeah, so there you have it. Now I want to get into the next segment of Winter Mornings. And this one's kind of a little juicy, as some of my friends would say. But I want to hop into the second segment, Q&A. Yes, that's right, Q&A, question and answer. So I feel like that Q&A is kind of that game or whatever you want to call it, that friend groups do, that friends ask each other because they wanna know, your deep secrets. And Q&A helps with that. But this isn't that kind of Q&A asking me about my crush or anything like that. This is a more frequently asked questions, and I'm going to give you 5 questions. So I looked up and I was looking through a list of 100 questions and found 5 that I thought were pretty interesting to tell people who don't really know a lot about me personally. So I chose these 5, and I'm going to read you the question, and I'm going to answer it for you. So, yeah. All right, so the first question is my biggest wish, my current biggest wish. And I would say that I'm the kind of person who has multiple big wishes, I guess you would say. Because I try to look into the future and plan things big to happen. So I guess you consider that a wish, that this will happen and this will happen. But right now, I think the main focus and the main wish I have is can Georgia please win a national championship? I mean, come on, you're 12-0. You are 12-0. But I don't want to go into more detail because then I'll turn it into like another sports type video, and I know some of y'all don't really enjoy sports. Hope so. There's that. I hope Georgia can win the national championship. That is my biggest wish right now. My second question for myself, I guess, is my dream place. So people ask me this pretty often when we do like a Q&A. And I would say my dream place, and this is kind of hard because there is a lot of places in the world, mainly the U.S., I would say, that I want to go or live. But I think the place I would want to actually stay for, let's say, the rest of my life would probably be like Tampa Bay, Florida, or somewhere in Georgia. And if you know me, I live in Georgia, and you might be like, oh, that's so plain because you're always in Georgia. I mean, you live there. But I honestly love Georgia, and I love how the seasons are. Even though the summer gets like really hot sometimes, I really love Georgia, and I like the places in Georgia. But Tampa Bay, I've never been, but I really want to go, and I feel like it's a cool place to live. Not because Tom Brady plays NFL there, definitely not. Definitely not. But I feel like Tampa Bay is a really nice place, and I want to experience it. I want to go there and see if I actually do like it and if I would want to live there. My third question for myself is what is my favorite brand? Okay, I don't know if I would really consider this my favorite brand. I would just say the brand I wear the most is Nike. And it's not like my parents go and buy me this brand new Nike stuff from the Nike store because in my opinion, Nike is way overpriced. But there are stuff that Nike has that I think are cool styles, and we usually can find that at like different stores like TJ Maxx, if you know what that is. Shout out TJ Maxx, awesome store. And Marshalls, great. Get a lot of discounts and stuff like that. Nike is probably my most worn brand that I wear. But I think my favorite brand, even though I might not have a lot of it, is maybe like H&M. I mean, I don't go to H&M a lot, but I do like H&M. I mean, they got some fire stuff, like fire, lit. And you know what that word means? It's a new word, L-I-T, lit. It's not really new. I mean, kids say it all the time, but I thought it was funny. Anyway. And my fourth question is, what is my favorite music? Now, if you even, barely know me, you probably know what my favorite music is, and it's Christian music. I mean, I listen to Christian music literally all the time. Sometimes I change it up. And it's Christian rap, okay? You know country rap. What am I talking about? No, not Lil Nas X. Christian rap. But speaking of country, I do listen to country sometimes as well. Sometimes pop too. But Christian music's probably my favorite and most likely the music I listen to the most. Now my fifth and final question for today's Q&A is, what is my life goals? And I think this is a deep question. I like when people ask me this. I like when I ask people this because I think it really can show you that person's real identity, what they plan to do in the future. And my life and future goals is, I don't know if I want to start with the career I want to do or just the person I want to be. I'll just start with this. The person I want to be. So when I think about the person I want to be in the future is, what will people tell other people who the kind of person I am? So if somebody asked someone else what do you think about Christian? And I hope that they would say he's one of the nicest people. He can make you laugh. He's just somebody you want to be around. And that's who I strive to be, is just somebody you want to be around. Somebody you can feel comforted, because I try to be funny, even though sometimes it's funny because I'm not funny, if that makes sense. But yeah, I try to be that guy. And that's kind of what I strive to be and try to be and work on. So yeah, that's the kind of person I want to be. Now, the career-wise, I really feel like that I'm called to be a worship leader, or just like a music artist. And no, not like the next Justin Bieber, okay? Me and my best friends, we write music together. It's one of the most fun things I do with them. And I really feel like we could do something with it. And we talked about like starting a channel for that and recording songs at a studio. But that's definitely some future stuff. So yeah, that is kind of my career. What I look at my career, I did used to want to be a NFL athlete. I learned my second year of football that that was not going to happen. So just wanted to put that in there. All right, so once I jump into this next segment, I want to tell you to go check out my other videos on my YouTube channel, my top 10 series, and also some of the other videos, but don't go too far because it gets a little cringy. Also, go check out my Instagram, and it is cmurray_4. Yes, the old name of my YouTube channel. Now it's Christian Elijah. Hey, shout out to Riley Elizabeth. She gave me the idea. But now let's jump into my next segment called Guest and Game. Okay, so for the first time of Guest and Game, I'm having my one and only sister, Lily Murray. Come on in. Come on. Oh my gosh, she missed the cue. Okay, go ahead, take a seat. Lily, how's your day been?
Hold on, let me think. Nice. I don't know, boring.
Okay, so let's hop into the game, and today we're going to be playing this game, Urban Legend. So basically how it's going to work is I'm going to pull 5 cards from here, okay?
Sorry, I'm going to lose.
Okay, so I'm going to pull 5 cards. I'm going to ask you. You got to tell me if it's a urban legend or if it's a fact.
Yes, I know how to play.
Okay, just act like you don't know how to play for the views.
I don't know how to play.
Here we go for the first card. Are you ready?
Yeah.
She's ready.
Oh, yeah.
All right. After causing the deaths of all its handlers, a cursed Egyptian mummy is placed on board the Titanic, leading to the famous ship's dismiss. Yep. All right. Fact. Yeah. No. Demise.
Oh.
Fact or urban legend?
Urban legend?
You are correct. It says urban legend. This is a well-crafted and thrilling tale. It is also super untrue. Say what you will about Egyptian curses. There was never a mummy on board the Titanic.
Yeah.
That's a point for Lily. All right.
Movie?
I've seen like little parts. So.
I've never seen a movie. So.
Yeah, it's like super long. All right. Next question or statement. Anyways, a member of a Dixieland band died after being...
Could have just said next card. Sorry, it just came to my head. Okay, continue. Sorry, continue.
Okay. A member of a Dixieland band died after being struck in the head by a slide trombone. Fact or urban legend? This sounds a little creepy here.
Fact?
Urban legend. There are some I don't know how to say those words. It's just an urban legend. All right, she got one right, one wrong. Third card. Here we go. Wrong side. Okay. Teens on a date heard a radio report about an escaped murderer. Okay. Who had a hook for a hand. After hearing a strange noise, they drove home. When they got out the car, they found a bloody hook caught on the door handle. Fact or urban legend? Be careful here.
Urban legend?
You are right. Woo! This story has been repeated 100 different ways in books, movies, and campfire tales. This one is more about behaving on a date than surviving a mass murderer on the list. You got 2 right, 1 wrong. 4th question. Golly, I keep looking at the answer before. Are you ready? All right. According to the New Mexico Journal of Medicine, breathing in helium gas from a balloon could potentially cause cardiac arrest and kill you. Is that a fact or an urban legend?
I don't know. It sounds kind of scientific, so I'm going to go with fact.
And you are wrong. Urban legend. Breathing in helium from a balloon is totally harmless, except that you might get a little lightheaded, stumble around, trip and fall, smashing your head on a table edge, which would be fatal. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Are you serious?
Last question, okay? You've got 2 wrong and 2 right. Are you going to get more right or more wrong? I guess we're about to find out here on Winter Mornings with, what's it? Guest in a Game. I knew that. Here we go. Another card about the Titanic. When the Titanic was sinking, a man dressed up as a woman to claim a spot on one of...
No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of...
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay. Let's restart that. Let's rerun. When the Titanic was sinking, a man dressed up as a woman to claim a spot on one of the lifeboats, which were reserved for women and children only.
I feel like I've heard this before. I want to say urban legend, but I think... Shoot. Isn't that a fact? I don't know. Is it?
Urban legend! And she gets how many? 3 wrong. 2 right. That's sad.
You heard me say I was going to pick urban legend, right?
I'm sorry, but you said fact. So, and it says there is no evidence that this happened. No survivors recall. Okay, and then it just talked about, there's no evidence. Well, there you have it. Guess with the game. Come on, let's all give it up for Lily. She's always a great guest. But there you have it with urban legends. Might do it again sometime. But let's get to the next segment. All right, so for the last segment of Winter Mornings, it is called Today's New Topic, as you can see on the screen. Now, I just want to say I've had fun today just recording this and giving y'all this content. But let me know what y'all think about Winter Mornings. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it medium? Okay. Lukewarm. I don't know. You tell me. Let's talk about this next segment and what it's going to be, what I'm going to talk about. Because today's new topic is going to be about, I know I'm probably already losing viewers when I say it, but college football top 4. Go ahead, Hope. Log off. Hope is one of my best friends, by the way, if you don't know that. But anyways, go ahead. But it's pretty important right now, okay? So let's talk about the college football top 4 that came out yesterday, okay? So at number 1, they had Alabama, then it had Michigan, then it had Georgia, then it had Cincinnati. So that is the top 4 right now going to the semifinals. And I think they actually did a pretty good job. I think it's going to be exciting and something that will get a lot of views. A lot of viewers are going to enjoy it. The only thing that I don't think people like is how Alabama and Georgia could play again in the national championship, and it'd just be like the SEC championship playing again. And I know people like Michigan fans, people like Cincinnati fans don't want that to happen. But that's up to them if that happens. They gotta shine and they gotta do their job to win their game. But yeah, so they can't really complain. It's their fault if they lose. Fan-wise, I understand, but you just got to have faith in your team. Now, I have faith in my team, the red and black Georgia Bulldogs, and let me say, the red and black, R-E-D, not the crimson and black. I know we can get a little confused because, usually Alabama's number 1, but we were number 1, and then they beat us, and now we're not number 1, so now we're back in depression. But yes, so here's what I think is going to happen. I think Michigan and Georgia's going to come out dominating in the beginning, and then they're going to start doing a little bad. So I think at the end of it, Michigan and Georgia is going to be a close game, but Georgia, they pull out and win. Alabama and Cincinnati, I know Alabama is always a consistent team. They're winning national championships like every year. And Cincinnati is not that kind of team. But this year, I don't care if they are not that big Power 5 school. I think this is the year that a non-Power 5 team is going to face a team, none other than Alabama, and show them that they do belong in the top 4. Even if Cincinnati does not win, I still think if Cincinnati can get as close as a touchdown or field goal, then I think they proved their point. Even though it's still going to be disappointing for Cincinnati fans, I still think they'll prove their point. But something I've noticed is every fan base, every coach has said that they're going to win it all, which is a good mindset to have, but you got to think there's only going to be one team. One team's going to win the national championship, and if you're a college football fan, I want you to look at the highlights, look at what happened this year, look at what happened in the championships, and you have to decide for yourself who you really think. Look, put away your favorite team, okay? Who do you really think is going to be the biggest challenge, and who do you think is really going to be the national championship winner? Comment down that below if you are still watching at this point, and if you are, it's my people right there. Well, that is coming to the end of that segment and of Winter Mornings, so let's wrap it up and end this first episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching the first episode all the way through. If you've gotten to this point of Winter Mornings, I really have had a lot of fun today, and I hope y'all all have a great day today. Let me know in the comments. I know I'm saying it again. Y'all probably got tired of me saying it, but let me know what y'all think about what I did today, the segments and the topics. Just give me like a 1 out of 10 of the overall episode 1. But hey, I think it was great today. I love getting to do everything we got to do. I will see y'all next time on Winter Mornings for episode 2. But keep a lookout for my next top 10. It might be the final one of the year, sadly. But keep a lookout on that on my channel. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.